We're here at Santa Anita for the California Wine Festival, right here on Travel Jack. Welcome everyone, another edition of Travel Jack here at Santa Anita, and we're here at Clocker's Corner. We're here early, track right behind me, but we're gonna start our day off not with the wine, that's coming up soon, but look at the track right here right behind me. This is cool. But we're here for the Seabiscuit Tram Tour. They do this on weekends, and we're going to see all kinds of cool stuff you don't normally get to see. The Silks Room, the stables, the barns, all that cool stuff. So we're signing up for that, and we're going to take a tram tour right here at not at Universal Studios, here at Santa Anita. Let's check it out.
Right there, we have a small starting gate that is used in the morning for horses to stand in and walk through. We do not break that gate. We have a big starting gate located at the other side of the racetrack.
I see horsey. Yeah. Hi. Hi, nice horsey. Yeah. Good morning. Morning. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so cute.
His lucky sweater is real cute.
It's really cute. He doesn't wear a jacket, so this is the most. Oh, okay, sorry. He's like, no, that's not cool, okay? Mom, you don't guide that.
To your right, you'll see all that railing there. That leads down to our training track. So the horses actually go into our main track and the room, of course, to have access to that. We never run races there. It is just used in the mornings for horses to train on. The vehicles that you see back in the barn area this morning, they belong to our horseshoers and veterinarians, and they are the only vehicles allowed in the barn area prior to 10 o'clock. After that, the owners and trainers may drive back to their barn. Not this barn on our left, but coming up on our left, barn 38 is all this is the home for Seabiscuit from 1937 until he retired in 1940. Seabiscuit was a mischievous horse, and he would become rather bored in the stall and destroy his water buckets and feed tubs due to this boredom. To help alleviate this, Thompson, as Seabiscuit's trainer, brought in Pumpkin, a new sleep pony. In order to accommodate Pumpkin, they had to increase the stall size from 12 by 12 to 12 by 16 so that both horses could be in the stall at the same time. If you look over to your left, you'll see people walking horses around in a circle there. That circle is called a covering, and the people walking those horses are called hot walkers. They'll walk the horses anywhere from 30 minutes to 1 hour this morning, depending upon the horse's exercise. We have in total about 7 horses that are licensed by the California Horse Racing Board and have access to the barn area.
I didn't even know this was
I see tree.
Do you see the horses? Where are the horses, Rex? Wait, how did you hear about the Seabiscuit? What happened? Oh, okay. Don't hold this. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, I'm going to get in. Okay. I think I'm just looking at the horse track. Oh.
You look at the horses' bodies. Most of the horses are bedded down in straw. We have about 97 used straw that's removed from the stable area daily. The straw is bundled into bales. Each bale weighs about 1 ton. It is shipped to Watsonville, California, and is processed as salt for the mushroom farm. Also, you'll notice that some of the horses are bedded down in shade. Some of the horses actually like to eat the straw bedding. We can't have that, and some of the trainers just prefer to have their horses on shade versus the straw. As we're driving around, there's a lot of laundry. Every time a horse goes to the track, underneath their saddles, they have a saddle towel put on. Those have to be washed daily and put it on the next day. So it's drying good to give the horse a good clean. Once that gets started, it's very hard to clear up. And also the bandages get washed, and the blankets, and there's a lot of laundry sent back to their barn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's one right here. Morning.
Hola.
Chad's unimpressed by horses. Buenos dias.
Make the right turn if you look over to your left, you will see an automatic machine there. That is an automatic hot water in the condition of the human hot water. Some horses can tolerate that machine well, some can't. Some like to stop it and burn out the motor, and some think it's playtime. Coming up on our right, this is our Oak Tree Racing Association's Recreation Center. This provides a kitchen cafeteria area as well as video games and other sorts of entertainment for the employees to live and work back here.
Mama, hurry up!
They're wrecking.
Mama.
Hey, did you pick up some Chinese?
Mama.
The barn area, the last two barns located on our right are Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert, trainer, Triple Crown winners American Hero, and Justified.
He's the guy with the pink glasses.
We saw American Pharaoh, remember?
Yeah. One of them he got busted for, they said that he broke the
Oh, we got a loop.
disqualified him from
Who's that? People live here.
Hey Bob, how you doing?
Hey!
Baffert. That means he's a very, he's like one of the best trainers. They pay $1 million.
He's known as $1 million trainer. Wow.
He's all bad. Yeah, they have so
Yeah,
many.
most of his
And
horses
they
go
win. They always win.
Wow.
Because they're so they pay so much money that they premiers.
Hey, he's like a horse whisperer then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadler's also a real good.
Yeah.
He like the underdogs. He's a trainer for the underdogs.
Please everyone take all of your personal belongings. We do not come back to the tram. Again, the entrance to the left.
Are they
watch
both
the
yours,
yellow
or?
curb there, and then we are
Oh.
where there is a lot
You got to see stuff that normal people don't get to see.
Twins. Yeah.
You mentioned, people look like you after the stables and
Ask questions once for insight. Please, that way everybody can hear the answer. Stop about 10 feet before that table, please.
So that was a great look at the barn area. And I don't know if I caught it on camera, but Bob Baffert walked right past us. That was spectacular. Bob Baffert, world famous trainer. But anyway, we're in the receiving barn.
Before we go on any farther, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Paige, and to let you know where I'm coming from doing these tours, I actually started in the barn area in 1985. Okay, guys, shh. In 1985, and I was a hot walker. And then since '89, I've worked here in the operations department. Since '91, I've had a trainer's license. I currently don't have any race horses, but I do have the carriage horses that pull the officials around. So I love horses, and that's why I do these tours. Now today's first race is at 12:30. At 11:30, they'll make the announcement that all horses are due in the receiving barn in 20 minutes. The groom leads the horse over. The first person to see the horse is a horseshoe identifier. Baseball players have cleats on the bottom of their shoes. Racehorses have toe grabs. So they're looking for those toe grabs. Then the groom leads the horse in and we have a horse identifier. She will actually have copies of the horse's papers, pictures of the horse, and she'll scan the microchip to make sure it's really the right horse in the right race. Paperwork is actually done on these horses at between 4 to 6 months of age. A horse identifier will go to the farm and they will take pictures of the horse, front, rear, and both sides, and then they'll pull about 50 strands of mane for DNA purposes. So you ship all that information to the jockey club along with your check. You're issued the papers. Once the horse comes to the racetrack, the horse ID person will go look at the horse, look at the papers, and make sure they match. If they don't, that horse will not be allowed to run until those papers are corrected by the jockey club. So sometimes it's a long drawn out process, but by the time they're in here, everything should be okay. Now also in here, the blood is taken from each and every horse before they go over and run. And a lot of times the trainers will come in and they'll put the tongue ties and the blinkers on so they don't have to take that time and do it down in the saddling paddock. If you guys either have been to the races before or at the workouts, did you see the cups alongside of the horse's eyes? Horses are a lot like we are, and sometimes some of them will get out there and they're like, oh, I wonder who's here looking at me today, and they're not paying attention and focus, so we will put blinkers on them. But what I want you to notice is the size of those blinkers, and also there will be holes in some of those cups. And the reason being, when it's a pretty large cup and another horse is running alongside of them, granted they can hear them, but they won't be able to see them at all with this huge cup. So we will poke a hole in the side of that cup in hopes that they can see them a little bit and try to continue to keep on going. Now, tongue ties. What is supposed to happen is the bit is supposed to stay on top of the horse's tongue. Some horses are really clever and get their tongue over the bit. When that happens and the rider's pulling back on the reins, the horse is like, I can't feel that, so you better hold on because I'm gonna run really fast and do whatever I want and you can't stop me. The other thing that'll happen is horses sometimes will just chomp and chomp and chomp on the bit, again, not pay attention to business. This is an actual tongue tie. Sometimes the horses see it, and some of them are really smart, and they go, oh my gosh, it's tongue tie time. And they will clamp their mouth shut, suck that tongue back, head up in the air, and say, yeah, go ahead and try it. But what we do is we gently reach in their mouth, we pull their tongue out to the side, we wrap this around their tongue, and then tie it down underneath their chin. As soon as they are done racing or exercising, we do take it off of them immediately, but it really is for the best interest of the horse as well as the rider. Some horses will get a tongue tie every single day they go out and train because they're just messing around with the bit, and you can't have that because it's a really bad feeling. I actually have my riding horse, we got into a tip one day and he got so mad he did put his tongue over the bit, and I'm trying to control him just in an arena. It was not a good feeling because he really could do whatever he wanted and he wasn't going to listen to me at all. So I had to get off of him, take the bridle off, put it right back on, and put the bit on top of his tongue. So after all that's been done in here, they'll say put them in so that they leave here in numerical order. Now you cannot see it from here, but over to the left, once we walk out, that is where we bring the winner of every race, first, second, third of a $100,000 stake race or more, and 7 to 9 random checks throughout the day. A favorite that ran poorly, a long shot that ran well. In that area, we take another blood sample, but we also have to collect a urine sample. So we have to teach our horses to go to the restroom on command. And we do that by whistling to them. So when they come back from exercising, they're hot and they're thirsty. Every other turn, we offer them water. We actually count how many times they swallow, between 5 to 7 times, head out of the water bucket every other turn. Eventually, they're given a bath. When they are completely cooled down and dried off, we'll put them in their stall and we'll circle them and whistle to them. Once they start to go to the restroom, we whistle the whole entire time. When they stop, we stop. We're going to start having 2-year-olds come in, and those horses have to be taught this process. So every time, even when they're in the stall, if you walk by their stall and they are going, you'll stand there and stop and whistle to them. Because it's really important. I walked a horse one time for 3 hours to have that urine sample collected, And the representative from the receiving barn, we finally went back to his own stall and back in the barn area until he finally calmed down enough to go to the bathroom. So it was not a fun experience. So any other questions? I love questions.
Why aren't they having the Olympics here?
Why? We're lucky. We got picked. It was going to be, they thought it was going to be down at Galloway Downs in Temecula. And they were actually really thought it was going to be down there. And then I don't know who decides what committee, how it works, but they decided to put it here. And it may be too because we have a lot of restaurants, hotels, and I know Temecula has grown because I was down there because I do dog agility, and I was actually at Galloway Downs during the summer, and it's grown a lot since I was there. But they decided to pick us to do it, and we're thrilled. It's here. Yeah, it's here, so we're thrilled. And it's gonna be all the equestrian.
We have all three major events, the dressage, the jumping.
That's what I've been told,
and
everything.
cross. That's nice.
Yeah, it gives me goosebumps really, because it is gonna be so exciting just to see how they put it all together. I actually came when we had it here in '84 with my mom and my grandma, and we watched dressage out there. I would have preferred to watch jumping, but we were here, and so now I'm actually working here and get to see it firsthand and hear all the stories. Like, I'll share something with you. It's just kind of interesting, but they actually had a meeting all day long in Los Angeles somewhere, and everybody that's going to be part of it and have a lot of people, they had a meeting on how they're going to handle the trash. And who would have thought, you know, and I'd love to be a fly on the wall and listening to this stuff, because I wouldn't have thought that, you know, but they had to have a meeting, and I'm sure there'll be several more about how we're going to handle all the trash. So, I don't know. I think it's kind of neat.
So you have the blankets here, so this is where they get their
This
numbers and
actually,
things?
I'm sorry, I should have told you. This is for the grooms. So they wear it, and then it's on them, so it's very easy to see which number they're leading around. And then once the horses go out onto the racetrack, they take these off and put them in a bin. And so every groom will have one of these. Also, when they come in, there's someone that'll put a head stall number on them here as well. So lots has to be done. And that's why I like when people kind of go on the tour, because nobody realizes about that's really its own little city back there, and what's all involved with these horses to get over here and run. I mean, some of them have acupunctures. We have people that massage the horses. Every single day the horses get their legs massaged, even if it's just the bare minimum of alcohol. If they have hot feet, we put them in hot water and Epsom salts. I mean, the work that goes on is amazing. Okay, this is Zenyatta. If you don't know who she is, you need to look her up. She was a fantastic racehorse. She won 19 starts in a row. She also won against the boys. She lost her 20th start in Churchill against the boys in the Breeders' Cup Classic to a horse named Blame. She should have won, but she didn't. Still very irritated about that. And the horse may still be running, because not too long ago there was a horse named Blame the Classic. I almost fell off my chair. I thought, what a name, because the horse that beat her was Blame in the Classic. So I want you to remember the size. She is 17.2 hands, weighed 1,225 pounds. How we measure horses from the ground to that top bone where their mane stops to her withers. So remember the size, because I want you to compare it to Seabiscuit. And then just so you know, she went on to be a mom. She had quite a few foals. Again, none of her foals could run. A lot of times that seems to happen with really great race mares. Their offsprings just don't come to anything close to them. One of her fillies, though, is now a mom. So maybe her granddaughter might go on and do something. We can only hope. So, because it would be really nice to see her pass that along. Now she's a retired broodmare, and she's living out her life in Kentucky. They just posted some video of her running around in the fields, and she's still got the moves, let me tell you. She's still absolutely beautiful and still likes to play with her front legs and can really take off quick when she's standing still. So, good for her.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
Good morning.
Wow.
Good morning. All right, you guys got the donuts. All right. Beautiful. Large. Right.
And we're gonna go out that door there, please.
Right here. So far, this tour is spectacular, very informative, answering all the questions. I didn't even know the Olympics are coming here and the World Cup. But fantastic tour. You're here in the paddock, and let's see what's coming up next.
Okay, so sometimes you will see it that when a horse is down here, you'll see them putting the saddle on as the horse is walking. Because sometimes the horse will get down here and it is a lot of pressure, and they don't like the tightness of the girth at that point on their belly. So they'll actually want to rear up in the air. So if you walk them as they're stretching the legs, they will take it. I had a horse that did that. He was fine in the barn area, came over here. He wanted no part of it. It was quite shocking, let me tell you. And it was really hard because he was really tall to walk and saddle. So, and then that's why too, you'll see them down here and they'll put the one girth on and then they'll stretch the horse's legs to get all that tightness out, and then they'll put the other. So horses are assigned weight, and then anything that is counted as safety is not counted against the jockey's weight. So they have a second girth in case the one girth breaks. That's not counted. Their vest that they wear underneath their silks is not counted, nor is their helmet. So that is kind of free weight there that they get. So the weight is dictated by the racing office in the condition book as to what the horse carries. Now, let's say a rider's lightweight. He only weighs 110, but he's got to carry 115. So they'll carry maybe 1.5, 2 pounds in their saddle. They have skirts on each side. Anything much more than that, they'll have a lead pad they'll put down, then their saddle on top of that. So a rider will own 3, 4, 5 saddles, one that literally weighs ounces to one that weighs pounds, just depending upon how much weight that horse has been assigned. If you have an all-boy race, you can run the girls with the boys. If it's an all-girl race, you cannot run a boy with the girls. I work in operations, and Jerry Truman, who is Eddie Truman's brother, the one I worked for, he was a jockey. And this family came in a lot to the ticket office. It was mom, dad, and their son. And the son at a young age. And he started talking to Jerry, and he wanted to be a jockey. That's all he could talk about. And I zipped it and just listened and like, okay. So he graduated from high school in like 3 years because he really wanted to do this for a career. He went to the Chris McCarran Jockey School. He did everything that he could do, and he became a jockey. And Jerry, I mean, we're all very happy for him, don't get me wrong, but Jerry kept talking about him, and I said, Jerry, I finally couldn't keep quiet anymore. I said, have you seen the size of his hands and his feet? I said, he is not going to be a jockey for very long. He was young, so he could still do the weight, and but he was going to be a big boy. And he kind of blew me off, but I'm like, I'm telling you, because I watched this kid grow every year going by my desk and really could see him. Well, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to tell you this right. So the very first race he was in, this is so wet. The very first race he was in was a Vladimir Surin horse, and the horse's name was Soldier Betty. And he did everything in his power, this kid, to get this horse in trouble. I mean, he was all over the racetrack, had her blocked in, had her out. It was like, oh my goodness gracious. The horse won. The horse won the race. It was the only race he ever won at Santa Anita. And then he outgrew it. He went to Arizona and rode there for a little while. He got too big, and then he was working at a farm, and now I don't believe he has anything to do with horses, which is kind of sad because it was his passion, and he really wanted to do it. But thank goodness that horse won that race for him, so he can at least say he won one race at Santa Anita, and it was his very first start. And then afterwards, I told Jerry, I said, I told you he was going to get too big. I mean, the poor kid was doomed.
Wow, he looks like a mule compared to.
That's what I was going to say. I want you to notice the size difference. This horse was 15.2 hands, 8 inches difference in the withers. And that's huge. We don't know his exact weight, but I could guess it's around 1,000 pounds, maybe even a little less. A lot smaller, but he had the desire, and he was a great racehorse. He lived to be 14. He died of a sudden heart attack, and it devastated his owner. They actually buried him on his farm in Willits, California. Now, I read something a while back. He had about 100 babies, and none of his babies could run very well either. They just didn't pick up any of his genes, I guess. So I thought this was interesting, and I'm just throwing it out there. His owner loved him so much that he stayed in California. He wasn't bred to the very rich and famous Kentucky-bred broodmares in Kentucky. And they're just wondering that if he would have gone there, if things would have turned out maybe a little bit differently for him. So, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of an interesting tidbit to kind of think about. Who knows? Maybe not. It wouldn't matter. But it would have been nice, too, to see some of his babies do a lot better on the track.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for the Seabiscuit Tram Tour. That was really spectacular. And the best part about that, it's free. And you can just show up in the morning. You have to sign up on the website ahead of time and check it out, the Seabiscuit Tram Tour. Also, when you go, they give you a stamp if you want to stay for the races. So anyway, let's get checked in for the wine festival and check out our first race of the day here at Santa Anita.
Radio personality Jeff Chappie Chapman is Tom's guest this afternoon.
All right, we're all checked in for the wine festival, and I bought a package, so it comes with a bunch of stuff. It comes with this wine glass for tastings, and it's plastic. It's not actually glass. But also get 8 wine tastings, so that's tickets for the wine tastings. It includes $5 betting voucher for your first bet, and of course your daily racing program included, and a tip sheet. This is a special tip sheet. They sell tip sheets, but this is a different one just for this event. By Jeff Chappie Chapman. So looks like they want you to do win, place, and shows and exacta boxes. So we'll include that with our betting strategy today. And here we go, the California Wine Festival here at Santa Anita.
You just go up there.
All right, we got this claw game, and depending on what ball you grab, you can win some prizes. Courtesy of Surfside, iced tea and vodka. Let's see. Let's try to get that blue one there. Right about there. All right, let's try it.
Is this like a giant pulley thing for that?
Wait.
There's a strawberry.
Did I win?
Thank you.
Oh, what do I get?
You can get a hat or a tattoo.
Oh, gosh. Hat.
Here you are.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right, what a way to start. We won a hat. Very cool. And a free sample. This is called Surfside iced tea and vodka, but they have a strawberry lemonade in vodka. So that's the one I'm trying. Let's give it a shot. That's good. That's refreshing. That's a great summer drink right there. Very smooth. All right.
As you can see, we have a nice carryover. The sunset 6, but pick 5. 27 minutes close to the opener here. Goes off at 12:30. Enjoy your day.
Not longer.
All right, in addition to the wine tastings, they also have a couple of food merchants, and look at this. Oh, yeah, look at that. I stopped by the Sicilian pizza place, and let's give this a shot. It just came out of the oven. Oh, thin crust. Actually prefer the thicker crust, but... Toppings are kind of falling off, but fresh. Delicious. Fantastic. Anyway, we're coming up on race number 1. My selection for this one was number 1, which is currently the favorite, 6-5. But my tip sheet that came with my package says number 4, which is 4-1. I also have some other bets and some exactas and stuff. So anyway, let's watch race number 1. We want to see number 1 or number 4. And I'll let you know if we win other stuff that I put in. But here we go, race number 1, Santa Anita. I gotta have more of this pizza.
Through the gate, and they're off. Player B, Billy Joe Shaver broke out quickly. Now here's the old 9 coming through swiftly along the fence. And also up there is Bluegrass Go-Go. Bluegrass Go-Go, a narrow advantage. Up alongside is Billy Joe Shaver, and at the rail, the old 9. Those three virtually across the court. Player B, belly up, widest of all, takes fourth, but is only a length and a half off the lead. And Bold Supremacy is at the back. Moving into the far turn, Billy Joe Shaver, a nose in front of the old 9. A length and a half, belly up in third. Player B tucked in at the railing for just 2 lengths off them. They are followed by Bold Supremacy. Bluegrass Go-Go has dropped out of it, a quarter of a mile to go. Billy Joe Shaver on the outside and the old 9 turn for home together. Just behind them, Player B finds the seam and is coming after them now. They're in the final furlong, and here's Player B coming right to the old 9. The old 9, Player B, belly up on the outside. Player B, the old 9 tough. Player B alongside, noses apart. Player B, maybe, it's very tight between Player B and the old 9. Belly up, a very close third. Fourth between Billy Joe Shaver and Bold Supremacy. Tight photo in the opener.
All right, the order finish was number 5 came in first, number 1 in second, 6 in third, and number 4 in fourth. So our picks didn't do good. We did get a place in a show on the number 1, but that was a $6 bet, win, place, and show, and we only won back $4.50. So we lost a little bit on that one. Anyway, I'm not going to show you every race, but if anything starts looking interesting, we'll pick it up. I'll let you know what's going on. And but in the meantime, let's get our bets in for the second race, and then it's time to get down there and start doing some tastings here at the California Wine Festival at Santa Anita.
Cutie.
All right, we're having a good time here at California Wine Festival here at Santa Anita, and Casamigos actually makes a margarita in a can. This is not wine, this is a margarita with Casamigos. Let's give it a try. I got the strawberry flavor. They have different flavors. This was the strawberry margarita, canned, pre-mixed. It's good, real smooth. Oh, that's tasty. I like it. Let's see what else is going on here at the California Wine Festival, Santa Anita.
Way down inside, woman, you need a love.